Scott County jury has reached a verdict in the case involving a deadly boat accident on the Mississippi River. The jury found James Thiel guilty on 2 of the 4 charges against him for the deaths of Craig Verbeck and Anita Pintz. As News 8's Maggie Wedlake now reports, it took about 2 days of deliberation. Maggie?
That's right, Jim. The verdict came in this afternoon, and Thiel was found guilty of the 2 lesser charges that were filed against him. They were involuntary manslaughter by recklessness. Now, as the verdict was read in court, you could see the emotion playing out on both Thiel's face as well as his family's.
The jury has signed verdict form number 7. We, the jury, find the defendant James Thiel Sr. guilty of involuntary manslaughter by conduct likely to cause death under count 4.
The jury finds James Thiel guilty of the 2 misdemeanor charges, but not guilty of 2 felony charges of involuntary manslaughter. The verdict essentially means the jury believed that Thiel letting his son drive the boat was dangerous, but not in itself a crime.
There are a lot of challenges with this case. Yes, the operating issue of being not the specific driver, but in our theory in control of the boat was an issue.
Witnesses testified at trial that Thiel's boat was racing another boat when it hit the 3rd boat with the 2 victims on board. Both Anita Pintz and Craig Verbeck were killed.
There aren't lanes, there aren't stop signs, so it's all sort of a reasonableness standard with behavior on the water.
Scott County Attorney Mike Walton says both families are relieved to have some closure in the case.
It's dangerous, reckless activity has severe consequences far beyond this criminal case. 2 people lost their lives, and there are consequences, and people need to be responsible.
Each count Thiel was charged with carries a maximum of 2 years in prison. The sentencing hearing has not yet been set. Families on both sides of the case choosing not to respond to the media for comment. Jim.
All right. Thiel also still faces 2 wrongful death lawsuits filed by the families of Verbeck and Pintz.